What's up, y'all? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE Network. And this is the Sports Fanatic. Now, we are going over LeBron James firing back not firing back, but responding to Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith by basically saying that his career would be his career. His career was going to be his career. And he basically said that he didn't need the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat did not make him. This came up and as a question, or someone online may have brought it up, what have you, but LeBron James stated he did not need the Miami Heat. And the Miami Heat did not make him. He was still going to be as dominant, as he was, even if he was never on the Heat. Now, a lot of people took that, jumped out the window with it. Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith, and then a lot of other LeBron haters. They took it and jumped out the window. But let's go over LeBron's exact comments. Let's say exactly what he said. Let's go here on his exact words. All right? So on a story with the Miami Herald, written by Anthony Chang, he spoke to LeBron about LeBron's time in Miami. And LeBron gave the Miami Heat, props. He said it's a top-tier organization. What he learned there was second to none. And his experience, it was an amazing experience. But when they asked him about Heat culture and what he learned and how it made him the player he is, LeBron let it be known that that is not the case. It says, while James credited the Heat for helping him grow as a player, he made clear that his NBA longevity is not a product of the lessons he learned while in Miami. I didn't need to learn that here. I didn't learn anything about that, James said. I've always taken care of my body. I've been stretching and icing and taking care of my body since I was in 8th grade. I think I would still be playing at this level no matter if I would have come here or not. Let's not get it twisted. The 4 years I was here were amazing, and I loved everything about it. I love this franchise. This franchise is top tier. It's one of the best franchises in the world. But as far as my career was going to be my career, as far as individually, because I know how much I put into the game, and I know how much I strive to be as great as I can be. But as far as what I was able to learn here, it's second to none, that's for sure. Now, everyone took that and ran with it to say that LeBron is saying even without the Heat, he would still be as great as he is. Well, and so then they took that and said, well, he's basically saying he would still be considered in the GOAT conversations without the Miami Heat. So Shannon Sharpe took that. Stephen A. took that. And Shannon Sharpe made it clear that he felt as though LeBron James would not be the same player he is. Now, keep in mind what LeBron just said. Now I'm going to let you hear what Shannon Sharpe said.
In the world, but as far as my career was going to be my career. And as far as individually, because I know how much I put into the game, and I know how much I strive to be as great as I can be. And as far as what I was able to learn, he was second to none. That's for sure.
Yes.
Okay. Shannon?
Yes.
Do you agree with what LeBron said about his time in Miami?
Hell no, I vehemently disagree. I strenuously disagree with what he said. At the time that he had arrived in Miami, he had two regular season MVPs and one finals appearance through his first 7 seasons. LeBron, do you realize the reason why you got into the GOAT conversation? Because of what transpired in Miami? You won 2 more finals MVPs. You won 2 more regular season MVPs. You went to 4 straight finals. LeBron, how can you say that your career was going to be the same without going to Miami? LeBron, I'm not so sure had you not gone to Miami.
He said individually. Individually. He did not say his career, accomplishment-wise, was going to be the same. He said individually.
How do I make a compelling case, and I can argue any case before the Supreme Court, how do I make a case that he's a top 5 player if he doesn't go to Miami, Stephen A?
How do you make a case he's a top 5 player if he doesn't go to Miami? All right, so he won 2 MVPs before going to Miami. Let's just say he's still going to be the all-time leading scorer. He didn't need Miami to be the all-time leading scorer. Matter of fact, he may have even got it done even quicker because he probably would have been on a couple more years of teams where he was the dominant scorer and he didn't have a player like Dwayne Wade to help him out. So he probably would have won a couple more scoring titles, and he probably would have got that scoring, all-time greatest scorer probably a little sooner than what he did get. So he still would have been in the conversation for a top 5 player if he has the accomplishments of the all-time leading scorer and still playing at that level at this point in his career.
I don't understand why LeBron wants to be so dismissive. Okay, I get it. You dislike Pat Riley. Pat Riley didn't give you the latitude.
He gave Pat Riley a lot of props. I mean, I don't know what he said. He disliked Pat Riley. He had nothing but praise for Pat Riley, but I digress.
That Cleveland, like the Lakers do. I get everything that you're saying from that aspect, but to sit there and sit in front of the media and say your career was going to be the career. Come on, LeBron, man, you got to stop this. It's okay to give the Miami Heat.
He said individually, Shannon Sharpe, individually,
the credit that they deserve, man.
So that was what Shannon Sharpe said. Now, Stephen A. Smith pretty much said the same thing. I'm not going to get into Stephen's comments. He pretty much said the same thing, with Shannon Sharpe. Oh, he said, I'm shocked that you even said it and this, that, and other. But Molly actually made a very good point. Now, let's let you hear what Molly had to say.
There's a difference.
Let me play devil's advocate, because
Yes.
I'm not sure you guys are totally reading his quotes right.
They're not.
He says, I think I would still be at this level no matter if I would have came here or not.
Exactly. He's saying what his comment is, he feels though he would still be at the same level of player, whether he would have went to Miami or not.
Meaning I'd be this type, let me just go through it.
Yes.
I'd be this type of caliber
Yes,
player.
I believe that.
Whether I went to Miami or not. Let me dive into it again. But as far as my career was going to be my career as far as individually. Because I know how much I
As far as individually.
put in the game and what I strive to be. Meaning like my destiny was my destiny. This is what was planned for me. And I put in the work. No matter where I went, I was going to make it happen. How do you see fault in that?
And Molly is absolutely right. Molly, everybody likes to be dismissive of Molly Qerim. She was absolutely right. LeBron James, and then he actually followed that up after Stephen A. and Shannon pretty much went and focused on the title part of it. We get it. He would not have had 4 championships if he would have stayed with Cleveland. Or let's say if he would have went to the Knicks when he left. He probably would not have had 4 championships if he went to the Knicks, right? He wasn't coming to the Lakers then because we had Kobe then. But LeBron James is saying individually, and then to double back on what he said and meant, he then tweeted this. Now, Legion Hoops on Twitter said LeBron said he'd still be just as dominant if he never went to the Heat. Do you agree? And LeBron says, you damn right I would still be. I'm chosen. Ain't nothing changing that. Maybe less rings, but still just as dominant start to finish. So he acknowledges there he would have less rings if he didn't go to Miami. But he would still be the same dominant player because he was going to still put in the same amount of work, whether he was at Miami, whether he was in Cleveland, whether he came to the Lakers, no matter where he was, When he was on Cleveland as a second-year player, and he had nobody. Remember, he took the team to the finals at the age of 21, when he had absolutely. Can you even tell me the guys that was on that team with LeBron James? Can you even name his starting five? Can you tell me what they did outside of playing with LeBron? LeBron James got a lot of people contracts. Tristan Thompson was making $80 million because of LeBron James. Boobie Gibson went off. People wanted to sign Boobie Gibson after they saw him with LeBron James. So he is saying individually he would still be the same player. All of this is people coming for LeBron. This is all that has to do with the generation that we're living in and this Michael Jordan protection. The networks, most of them are Michael Jordan fanboys. You have a couple of people here and there that is LeBron fanboys in mainstream media. But you can name those guys on one hand. I mean, who are they? I don't consider Gilbert Arenas as mainstream media. But who are the guys in mainstream media? Kendrick Perkins, Isaiah Thomas. We already know Isaiah has a gripe against Michael Jordan. Kendrick Perkins, Isaiah Thomas, what's his name? Shannon Sharpe, and Nick Wright. Those are the only four people, right? Those are the only four people in mainstream media that says LeBron is the GOAT. I think Colin Cowherd may have said it. But it's mostly people that say Jordan. And it's this protection of anybody getting close to Jordan. They have to feel as though they have to tear him down. Now, Shannon Sharpe, of course, it comes as a shock to people because everybody knows him as a big LeBron fan. And I'm just, I don't know whether he's been getting pressure put on him from the outside, like, oh, don't be so, LeBron, don't be such a fanboy of LeBron or what have you. But Shannon totally took that question the wrong way, and so did Stephen A. Smith. We know Stephen A. Smith always wants to, make himself bigger than the story, and that's just how Stephen A. After all the work he's put in, I guess you could say he deserves to do that. That's why he's the biggest name in sports, in sports talk. But they took that all wrong, and Molly Qerim actually is the one who had it correct. Would he have won 4 championships? No, I don't believe he would have. Would he have won 0 championships? I'm going to put more. I'll put more money on he would have won at least 1 championship by now. You know what I'm saying? He's just too great of a player. He would have definitely, I believe, would have won at least 1 championship by now, right? He definitely would not have won 4. And if you give him 1 championship, at least 2, I believe, playing devil's advocate, I believe he would have won more MVP. Let's just say he didn't. Let's say he has 2 MVPs, right? He has the greatest scorer of all time and 2 regular season MVPs and all those statistics in the playoffs and things like that, and top 5 in assists. Yes, he's still a top 5 player. He's still a top 5 player. You know what I'm saying? So even without, I think if he becomes the all-time leading scorer, right? And he's still playing now at this level, no matter where he's playing, and he has all those all-star appearances and 2 MVPs, because he got the 2 in Cleveland. Let's just say he ended with 2 of, I believe he would have more. He would have much more. He's still a top 5 player. Definitely top 10. Is he in the GOAT conversations? No, he's not in the GOAT conversations. But he never said that he would have the same career. He said, my career is going to be my career. Individually, he's saying he would have the same career, he believes. So let me know down below. Everybody always wants to try to do something to come at LeBron, but you were all loud and wrong, except for Molly Qerim. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Catch you next time on the Sports Fanatic.